So today, I'm going to make this chicken noodle soup. Everyone's going to be happy with it. It's going to make them feel good inside. Lots of love. Let's just get started. I got several pots going on here. First one we're going to start with, we're going to make our own little chicken stock. Now I use store-bought chicken stock, and I use a little bit of chicken stock that we're going to make with this chicken. So I'm going to do two things here. I'm going to cook the chicken, and then that's going to make the stock. So going to get chicken breasts out. These are some hefty chicken breasts. So this recipe, I'm going to use 3 of these chicken breasts. So they're pretty decent size. All right, I'm going to cut these chicken breasts in half. They're going to go right into the pot. Hope all is well on your ends. Okay, so in this pot that we have the raw chicken, so I have some scrap carrots, celery. Just going to give them a rough chop. Those are going to go into the pot with the chicken. I got some herbs. I just have some chives, a little bit of rosemary, a little bit of thyme. That's going in there as well. And then I have scrap onions. You can keep the skin on. There's flavor in the skin. You're going to strain this so you don't have to worry about that. So get that in there. That's what your pot's going to look like. Look how pretty it is. And this is just for the stock. So we're going to get that filled up with some water. Get your lid ready. Over here, I have about 6 cups of hot chicken stock, store-bought chicken stock, because this chicken stock in here isn't going to be enough for the amount of noodle soup I want to have. So get the lid on, turn that up. Get your other pot over here. We're going to get the heat going. Get that pot hot. The thing that I love to do the most for the people that I care about is cook. I love to cook for people. It's my love language. So any chance that I get, I like to cook. But I also like to keep it simple sometimes. Like I said, got a lot going on in the house this week, so I still want to make a homemade dinner. Bella in here, she's just hanging out, waiting for me to drop something. She's my partner in crime in the kitchen. She's probably the only one I let in the kitchen with me. All right, so I'm just gonna cut the carrot in half so they look like this. They're thin, they won't be that big. Just slice them as thick, as thin as you want. Like I said, kiddos, not all the kiddos like the carrot. So I'm going to add about a tablespoon and a half of butter. So we're going to get these carrots going in there. Oh, Bella got her wish. She probably wished it was a piece of meat or something, but chunk of. Generally, you start your chicken noodle soup with onions, carrots, and celery. But this time, and this time only, maybe not only, I'm going to omit the onion. Now hear me out. One of our kids does not like onions, and he used to eat the soup sometimes, but I noticed a lot lately that he hasn't really been wanting the chicken noodle soup, and he finally told us it was because of the onion. So I said I will leave the onion out this time, but I'm definitely adding a lot of onion powder in there to still give you that flavor. So next we're going to do is the celery. to have a good base flavor. I'm going to do the same thing. Just cut them in half so they look like that. Haven't had any complaints about celery yet in the house, so sticking with the celery. All right, I'm going to give those a cut about the same size as the carrots. Watch your fingers. I'm going to do one more. The celery in there. We got the carrots and the celery. Like I said, this is a very basic, simple recipe. You have to season it with some salt. You got to season with layers. You got some garlic powder. Every step that you do in cooking, you should be seasoning. Poultry seasoning. Now, onion powder. So I have a bowl here and the strainer we're going to put in. Like I said, we're going to strain that, but we want that chicken broth. And bring it over here. It's super hot. Super hot. I'm going to strain it. Don't burn yourself. Oh, you can give yourself a facial with this right now. Okay. Now, I'm going to sit this. And we're going to move this over. We'll get to that. I am the cook in my family. So any holiday, any gathering, always happens at my house. And I always do most of the cooking. It's gotten to the point where my family's like, what drink do you want me to bring? Or what chips do you want me to bring? Or what dessert do you want me to pick up from the store? Because I'm just one of those people where I don't just make like a couple things and then invite people over. I make like everything. So you can hold it with your tongs, slice with your knife, but I want to keep this moving. So I'm not going to wait for it to cool. Just give it like rough chops, rough shred, whatever you want to call it. Like I said, you can take 2 forks and shred these if you want. I do like doing it that way too, but for the sake of keeping this moving, I'm just going to do some cutting. This doesn't have to be perfect. You're just do some rough chops. Nice and hot in there with the veggies. Oh yes. Get a good stir. It's good color. Good color. Let me bring this over and show you guys. I gotta work on my camera angles. Look at that. Oh, smells amazing. Now we're gonna get our homemade chicken broth in there. So I'm gonna take what I have back here already heated up, pour it in there, and turn that off now. Now we want to get that up to a boil so that we can add the egg noodles in there. I am going to add a can of corn. Try to squeeze in whatever vegetable I can, wherever I can for the kiddos. And a whole can of corn in there. I have a half a bag of egg noodles. That's what I'm going to add in there. These noodles are looking good. But before I sign off, I'm going to get this in a bowl and show you guys how yummy this looks. And I wish you could smell it. Like I always say, you can. All you gotta do is make it. And if you make it, I'd love for you to share. Food porn. I love food porn. I'm a food porn kind of gal. All right, look at that. I got some of these brioche rolls. I'm just gonna butter them up and serve them with the chicken noodle soup. I hope to see you guys next time on our culinary adventure. All right, I hope you guys have a good night. Get through your week safely. Take care. Bye.